are. In that same chapter, you said that you love big. And
Yeah.
I think that would be something that people would know about you if they know you in person or even just listen to your show or reading your books. But you also said you used to feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Why did you used to feel bad about loving big and loving hard? And my after question was that is what changed?
I think I wonder if you experience this too, because our personalities are really similar. I just got to where I think the reason I was embarrassed by it is I could never hide what I was feeling. Not like I had a resting you know what face
Uh-huh.
or that like, oh, you can tell on her face what she feels, but like I just couldn't play the game very well with men of like I wasn't thirsty. I just could never pretend like I wasn't glad to be with them.
Yeah.
And when I like a friend and I'm happy to be around someone, I can't pretend I'm not and play it cool, you know? And so as I was growing up, I felt like I missed out on the chip that is put in humans to play it cool
Mm.
about a restaurant, about a sports team, about a romantic partner, about anything. I felt like I didn't get that chip put in me by God
Mhm.
and that I was going to miss out because everyone else was cooler than me. But I think the thing that changed, I mean, I moved to Nashville 13 years ago, 2008, and it was I mean, when people say, "Where'd you grow up?" I'm always like, "Well, I was born in Georgia and spent the first 27 years of my life in Georgia, but I grew up in Nashville."
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
when I got here, I grew up.
Yeah.
And part of that growing up was learning to love the pieces of the way God made me that were not a mistake that felt problematic. And
Mm.
one of those was the missing cool chip. I felt like with the missing cool chip, once I went like, well, what would it be like if it was like great that people knew how you felt about them?
Mm.
What would it be like if the whole world knew what you loved? And the way it actually plays out, Jamie, is it is my greatest superpower because we say this here at the office all the time, and our mission statement is I'm a bridge. I bridge people to things and people that I love. And my hope is if someone shows up to my podcast and is brand new to thinking about Jesus, I bridge them to John Mark Comer, or I bridge them to Christine Kane. I bridge them to people who will tell them exactly. I'll tell them about Jesus, but I'll bridge them to pastors who are and preachers, right?
Mhm.
And so it's actually the missing chip is probably your superpower, right? And so once I switched that, but that particular story was a man I was seeing said to me, I mean, I can totally tell what you think. You wear your heart on your sleeve all the time. And my first reaction was shame. I
Mm.
was like, oh, and this was like not that many years ago. You
Right.
know the story.
Right.
You walked some of this with me.
Mhm.
It is not that many years ago. And I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. And I was like, actually, no, it's not.
I'm gonna be okay with that.
Actually, I will my cool chip is not missing. It is
Mhm.
my superpower, and the fact that you get to go home and not lay in bed and wonder what I think is actually a gift I give people.
Mm.
And so there is no one in my life who gets butterflies in their stomach because they aren't sure if I care for them. I'm not going to be that friend. And so I'll give butterflies for other reasons, I hope, but not
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
wondering how I feel
Yeah.
about you.
Which is a
And
gift to
so
your friends. It's a gift to your
yes,
friends.
it's a
Yeah.
gift. And so all of us, every single one of us, feel like we have a missing chip, a missing thing that God did not include when he made us. And the reality is that is your superpower.
Mm.
And that is the thing you were born to tell us about and to show us and to give to the world.